Hello everybody, this is me, Superman19J, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Review My Collection. And today I'm going to be taking a look at the famous Banpresto / Popco Super Mario, I guess if you want to say 5-inch to 10-inch figures. I'm not really too sure about the measures of here, because I know for a fact that some of these guys they're measured a little bit differently. They're not all the same height. But yeah, so I'm just going to say 5-inch plus figures. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at 13 figures today in this collection. Now, I do have more, but I'm going to be saving that for the next part, which will be called the quote-unquote unofficial Banpresto / Popco Mario figures, because there's so many bootlegs of these guys. Like, for example, this isn't exactly one of them, but just to take a look at here is a Tanuki Mario figure. And as you can see, it doesn't look too good. And you can see on the bottom, it has a little Banpresto. You guys might not be able to see it, but there you go. So you can see it says Banpresto on there. So these bootleggers or these fakes have been using Banpresto's names for a very long time. And yeah, and there's just so much of them online that it's pretty much hard to find an official one. So yeah, like I said, I have 13 figures right here, and I'm gonna be taking a look at as far as I know, the official ones that I own. So yeah, so let's begin with Mario himself. Now, this is probably one of the most popular Mario figures, I would say, of all time, and it's mostly because of a YouTuber that used to go by the name of Mario8989, who now calls themselves the Cute Mario Brothers. They actually still do videos with this figure, and since kids see it, they mostly want to go get their hands on it. Like, example for me, when I first saw this, like way back in the day when YouTube first started, I actually really wanted this Mario figurine. So my parents went out of their way to get me this figure online. But surprisingly enough, this isn't my very first one. I've had plenty of more. There's been previous Mario, I guess you can say, carnations that I've had of this guy, in which and the reason why I don't have them anymore is because sometimes either the arm was broken or the head was pretty much broken off. So yeah, this is my very last Mario in terms of this figurine. And yeah, I've been keeping it in good condition now. The paint job at that time was alright. Now, I did paint in some of the yellow on here when I was a kid, and that's mostly because the yellow was falling off, and I didn't really like that, so I just painted it over, and I think I did a pretty decent job. Like you say, it doesn't look official, but you know, the color itself doesn't look official. It doesn't blend in very well, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me too much. So Mario only has 2 points of articulation, mostly on his hands or his arms. And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at the back, the sides, and then at the bottom here, which has it has like some sort of code down here, and then right there you can see. You can't really see that very well, but that is the Banpresto and Nintendo trademarks. So yeah, so I'll just put Mario down here for now, just so that I don't have to deal with figurines falling. And next up we have here is Luigi. Now, I don't remember if I had any other Luigis before, but as far as I can tell, this is probably my very first Luigi ever. And yeah, he's a pretty good figurine, or action figure, if I do say so myself. Another one of my favorites, close to Mario, because, for obvious reasons. And yeah, like I said, the paint job on here is really outstanding. I really have to give credit to Banpresto / Popco, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if you take a look at Banpresto / Popco's like figurines side by side, they're pretty much almost identical, which I can't really tell the difference between them. I don't know if Popco is supposed to be like some sort of distribution brand, or if it's just or if it's Banpresto but like a sister company or some sort. I don't really know. So if anyone has any information, please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, and sorry for that pause. I thought I heard something downstairs. So yeah, it might have been nothing. So anyways, back to Luigi himself. Like instead of Mario, he does have 3 points of articulation, one in his head and two on his arms. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I love this figurine. Like I said, this is the type of stuff I grew up on. So yeah, no reason to believe why I love this brand so much. Next up here we have is Fire Luigi. Now, like I said, I do have Fire Mario, but I'm gonna put him in the unofficial video because he does not look the same as this Mario, and you will see why in the upcoming video on Friday. And the reason I'm gonna push part 2 on Friday is because of on Wednesday we're gonna have not the finale but the final Pat's Metal story time video. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. So stay tuned for Friday where you will see possibly an unofficial Fire Mario figurine. So anyways, here's Luigi. Here's Fire Luigi. He is a repaint of Luigi. And and I really do like the paint job on it. I really like the colors. This is possibly one of my favorite color palettes or color chops for the Mario Brothers because of the fire with the white overalls and the white cap, and then the red/green overalls depending on which brother you're playing as. And and the same thing as normal Luigi. In terms of articulation, he has 3 points of articulation, 2 in his arms and then 1 in his head. And like I said, these are just very amazing figurines. And as you may notice, you see some of like this scratch right here, or this like brown thing, whatever that is. Like I said before, I've had these as a kid, so I was obviously playing with these guys for a very long time. And some of these guys are going to have scratches on, or they're gonna have they're gonna have some sort of, I guess, paint damage on them, just because of how I was playing them. For example, Toad Heel. As you can see, most on the top of his head, this dude has seen the end of day. Like he has seen better days, dude. Like my god, I destroyed these figures as a kid so badly. Like oh my god, I used to play with these guys so much. You guys have no idea how. It's just like, for example, this Mario figurine. You can go all the way back to my channel when it first started, and you'll see I used to do like little, plush episodes of the Mario Brothers using this Mario figurine. So yeah, it's not hard to believe that I played with these guys as a kid. So yes, anyways, here's Toad. He's very small. Not very very small, but comparing to him to the Mario Brothers, you can see on the camera like he does not even show his face when I put him on the floor. So yeah, so like I said, not like that, but I'm messing up on my words here. He has 3 points of articulation, just like Luigi. 2 in his arms, and 1 on his head. And yeah, overall a pretty good figurine, if I do say so myself. Oh, a action figure, if you want to say that too. So let me just put these guys back up on top. And next up we have here is Yoshi. Now this is another. Now I didn't even specify this, but in terms of Mario, Luigi, Toad, and now Yoshi, I got these all in the Popco brand packaging when they first came out. Yoshi here, I got him for Christmas, and I remember too because I used to have a cat way back then who would always claw on the presents, on our Christmas presents. So every time they did, my cat did that, it would always show like part of the present, and one of them was this guy. So I was able to catch a little peek at my Yoshi figurine that I was gonna get, or figure. And yeah, now I know some of you will say that you're not supposed to do that, but hey, you know, the curiosity got the best of me, and I wouldn't say it killed the cat, but my cat helped my curiosity. So unlike the other figures I showed you, Yoshi has 5 points of articulation, 1 in his head, 2 on his arms. Yeah, you can see right there, and 2 on his legs. Now I would mess with the legs if it wasn't for the fact that in terms of Yoshi, he does not stand very well. You have to put him in terms of his legs, you have to put him in a very specific position. Oh, and you can see that Luigi back there just fell off that 10-inch, I think it is. So yeah, I would love to mess with the legs to show you guys. But sadly, because of how these guys are made, I can't really do it. I don't want to. Just I don't want to have to deal with the pain of having to put them put his legs in a specific place just to have him stand up. So yeah, there's that. But overall, he's a pretty cool Yoshi figure. A very nice, very well. You can, if you want to say, detailed. But yeah, it's a very good Yoshi figure, and if you're a Yoshi fan, I would definitely recommend owning this guy. Next up we have here is Red Yoshi now. Banpresto / Popco. And the reason why I'm putting these multi-colored Yoshis in here is because I've seen packaging, official packaging for these guys. I'm not too sure about Red Yoshi though, but in terms of yellow, pink, and blue, I have seen them in packaging. Maybe the red one is also official. Mostly because of, like I said, it's obviously Yoshi, and maybe it was to coincide with the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I'm not too sure about that information, but yeah, this is just me guessing at this point. So anyways, here's Red Yoshi, and as you can see, he also has a little bit of scratches or scars from when I used to play with him as a kid. And yeah, he's very different from this the first Yoshi. In terms of articulation, he's the same. 5 points of articulation, 1 on his head, 2 on his arms, and 2 on his legs. And besides, the only difference here is that he is red, and his shoes are painted blue, or very, very dark blue, for that matter. So here was a nice little 360 of him. And yeah, it's a pretty cool figurine overall. Now it's time to put, here, let me just take... No, you see the problem here? These guys can't stand very well, which sucks. Come on, you know what? Let me just put you right there so you can hold Luigi in place. Put you right there, and more. You can go in front of Red Yoshi. Yeah, you can't even see Red Yoshi. That's sad, dude. I can't. These guys are so big, I can't really put them in an actual spot where you can see them on camera. Like you see, like, look at that. You can't even see Red Yoshi, dude. That's... oh, man, this is bad. This is doing very, very bad. So, you know what? I'm going to go off Yoshi for a little bit. I'm just going to go with Goomba here just because he's right there. And, yeah, and here's Goomba. It's a simple figurine, or simple action figure, if you want to keep calling it that, of a Goomba. There's only one part of articulation, and that is either his head or his legs. I can't really tell which is which. It seems to be the head that moves, or maybe it's the legs. I don't know. But yeah, this guy is covered in dust, and that's mostly because they sit on my shelf or my cabinet or whatever, or on my desk for a very long time, and when your figures just stand there for, or just put in place for a very long time, they do tend to collect dust. So yeah, so this guy has been through a lot of dust, and yeah, it's a pretty cool Goomba figure. I don't know if you really have a bunch of Goomba figures out there, but it's funny enough that years later, Jack Pacific would also come out with a Goomba figure of the same design. So that's pretty funny. And you know what? I heard the door open. Yeah, I can hear my dad outside, like, right now. I can hear him whistle. Sorry if I have to pause this, guys. I want to make sure that he's not coming in. I should have no idea what he's doing. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I think I'm gonna go back to this video. I can hear Whistle out there, dude. Like, I know where he's at. You see, he's down. I can hear him downstairs. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I can hear it. And I'm very sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I have to take like this such a long pause, and it's mostly because I don't want my dad coming in here and interrupting this video. I don't want to have to restart this video, dude. He's downstairs. I know he's downstairs. I don't know if he's gonna come upstairs. You see, I heard his door open. He came upstairs. I know where he's at. Okay, you know, I think I'm gonna go back to this video, guys. So, yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. Alright, so anyway, sorry about that long delay, guys. That was probably like 2 minutes of wasted time. So yeah, so my apologies on that. I just want to make sure that my dad's not interrupting this video. So let me see. So anyways, now that I got that covered, let's just go on to this side here and let's just go back to the Yoshis. I mostly wanted to do the Goomba first, mostly because he was already on this side right here. So I just like, you know what, let me just finish it off right then and there. So yeah, so next up here we have is light blue Yoshi. Now he is the same thing as Yoshi and red Yoshi. Besides he is light blue. They said he is like just like the previous Yoshis. He does have 5 articulations, 1 on his head, 2 on his arms, and 2 on his legs. And yeah, it's a nice, very well painted figure. Nothing really much to say since he is a repaint. So repaint. I know I did not. I know I said repaint without the R in it. So forgive me for that one. Next up here we have is Pink Yoshi. Another repaint of Yoshi again, with 5 points of articulation on the one on the head, 2 on the arms, and 2 on the legs. The difference is that this is a pink Yoshi, and pink Yoshi comes with mustard shoes. This is not yellow shoes. This is mustard shoes. Look at that. You cannot tell me that it's not mustard. There you go. I had to fix the head. You saw that? You saw how it wobbled there for a second? Oh, this is gonna make me mad. Next up here we have is Yellow Yoshi. Now, unfortunately for Yellow Yoshi, he does not come with mustard shoes. He comes with either green shoes or light green shoes. It's probably light green. I can't really tell. So just like all the other Yoshis, he comes with 5 points of articulation, the head, the arms, and then the legs here. So nothing really much to say here besides a very well nice painted figure. Like I said, if you see any scratches on it, like this little black spot here on Yoshi, it is not the paint job itself. It is from me playing it as a kid. So yeah, like I said, these guys have been through a lot. And finally, in terms of these smaller figurines in this set, we have is Pettigrew. But now, this is probably one that I don't really know is official or not, but because it has the same model as Goomba, I'm going to count him as official. So yeah, so he only has 1 point of articulation, and that is on his head. Officially on his head, I can tell now, because he has a stand on the bottom. On the back of it, he has his little wings. And just to make sure, this is Pettigrew, and I'm not saying this to you guys, but I'm saying this to me just to make sure I did say Pettigrew, just to specify. As you can see, he comes on a black stand. Surprisingly enough, there is no like official copyright stuff on it. As a matter of fact, he actually has the copyright trademark on his head. You can't really see that very well, but it's right there. So yeah, so it's a very nice figurine itself. Nothing really much to say on that one. And then next up here we have is going to be the 10-inch figures. These are, I believe, Banpresto / Popco. They came out with a bunch of these guys. But as far as I know, there's Mario, Luigi, Toad, I think, Fire. Oh, excuse me, guys, I had to burp there for a second. Fire Mario. I think there's a Fire Luigi. Yoshi, a different color Yoshi, and I think that may be it. I'm not too sure. But in terms of the 10-inch figures, I have Luigi and Mario here. So let me do Mario first. Because sadly enough, I can't really do much with this guy. So here's 10-inch Mario, or Giant Mario, pretty cool. Like I said, I do believe I had to repaint some of the yellow on it because it was fading away. I think I did a pretty good job of covering it up. So here's Mario. He's literally the same as his miniature self. And he does have only 2 points of articulation, one on each of his arms. And sadly, I can't really show that to you guys because one time my little brother was playing with it and he dropped it, and I don't know what he did, but he broke this side of the arm. And my dad tried to glue it back together with Gorilla Glue, which I do not recommend because as you can see here, you get this jumbo mess. As you can see right there. And yeah, so I had this 10-inch Mario had to deal with not having a left arm for a while until I got an actual super glue to put it back together. And for his right hand, he accidentally fell off of my drawers of where my TV is, and he landed on the carpet, which broke his right arm. So yeah, this Mario figure is pretty much out of commission. And yeah, it's very sad too because I really like these 10-inch figures. I'll probably find a replacement for this. I'll probably just get a replacement just to have the articulation. I won't throw this Mario out away entirely, but I would just have another 10-inch Mario, but just in a more perfect condition. Next up we have is Luigi now. Fortunately enough, Luigi did survive in not being broken. So as you can see, there's 3 points of articulation, 1 in his head and 2 in his arms. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And comparing him to his counterpart or his miniature version of himself, it's pretty good. I would say the 10-inch figures are a lot better because you can really see that the details are a lot better. So here was a nice little 360 of him. And yeah, and out of all of these guys, I would say this 10-inch Luigi has to be one of the most figures in perfect condition. I really kept this guy nice and clean from when I had him all these years ago. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see that one of these guys has survived my raging onslaught of playing with these guys. Dang it, get back there. He won't stand. This sucks. Let's see how many. How am I gonna do this? I guess I'll put no. Dang it. Can you at least guys see that? No, you can't. You know what? Forget it. We're gonna add this nice little stand here to make you guys see at least a little bit of. There we go. Okay, you know what? That works. This works entirely. So yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys, for this YouTube video or this Let's Review My Collection video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this, and look out for future videos coming later this week. The first one being on Wednesday, which is the story time. The final medal I got from Pack South story, and then on Friday we'll be taking a look at my unofficial / fake Banpresto / Popco Mario videos. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And if you enjoyed this video, oh, I'm hearing noises outside, and I know it. I know it's right outside my door. I know someone's gonna possibly come in any minute now. I know it. Okay. Anyways, back to the outro itself. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of this collection? What do you guys think of Popco / Banpresto themselves? Do you have any of these guys? And if so, let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of these guys? Because I think they're amazing. They're good for what they are. And as a part of my childhood, these guys are very awesome and they're very fantastic. If you see any official figures of these guys online for cheap, I would definitely recommend picking them up. Because I can tell you this right now, these guys are a part of a lot of 2000s childhoods. So many of them. Me, for example, me, I grew up with these guys a lot. I grew up with these guys over the years, and yeah, they've been, these guys are amazing. So, yeah, that's it for me, guys. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And like I said earlier in the outro, if you guys have any thoughts on these guys, let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is going to be it for me. This is Super Mario today, signing out.